And we're back. Apparently this pressure plate activates a command block which clears your inventory, and I stepped over it and lost my levers. So if you see that, that's just because I had to go into creative mode and get 2 new levers for this area. And we're working with these darn, what are they called? Locked repeaters again in here. Lots of them. So we need to depower, do what? Depower this side first, I assume, and then power this, and then power this to lock it. So let's work at this, depowering this first. I think we use these two. Disable that, then lock it. Like so, and that should power it. Oh, I guess not. That's locked off. What did I do? So that depowers it. Now that should lock it. Oh, did I have it right? I need to keep this in a powered state. Oh, I see. I see. Okay, so this has... So this repeater needs to stay in a powered state. Like so. And then... So now this repeater will stay on. And then we can power this, and then I'll move on to the next repeater. And now that repeater will stay on. So these two are locked. Now we just need to disable this repeater, which I assume are these two. Like so. And now we lock that repeater back in place. Take this torch, put that down there. And I'm still wrong. Why? Because we need to get a pulse in here too. Okay. Oh crap, my bad. My mistake. Okay. So we need to get a pulse locked in this repeater. So I will unlock them. Ah. Let's see. It's in the first repeater, but not in the second. Now it's in the second repeater. Now everything's off, except that. There we go. Okay. I almost had it. I was close. And then I did have it. Holy clocks. Okay, what do we get? One button. Do we need to sync this up with something? Let's see, all of these need to be on at the same time. So we get to disrupt the clock pulse, I assume. So when this comes around, try to keep this powered as much as I can, I think. Or as depowered as I can. I should probably look at it before I just start randomly. So the clock in here. Yeah, this is the clock right here. And that's a clock right there. And that's a clock right there. Ooh. Okay then. And they just keep powering each other, eh? This is a little tricky. What this does, this clock goes around and the signal comes through here. Gotta manage to have it so all of these are synced. So which ones are off? It's hard to do with one button. It's like the wire doesn't go off. They gotta be all off at the same time. There's no way to do this with just trial and error. It's gotta be... It's just a mess, though. It's hard to understand what's happening. So I think these two right here could be the problem. Let's try that. And now when this one's on, turn it off. I really don't know, because like these two are on. There's no point in which all of them are off. Like there's a brief second when these, all four of these are off together. And I don't know. Just the sheer mass of this one is confusing. Whew. I don't really want to use the hint, but I'm gonna have to. Well, 13 hints. Okay. Let's see. When solved, the door will open and close periodically. Use the button to sync up each clock with its neighbors until all clocks are relatively in sync. Okay, that's pretty much what I was doing. Or trying to do. Oh, I get it. I get it. This clock doesn't interfere with this clock, doesn't interfere with this clock, doesn't interfere with this clock, etc. So the clocks, I thought the clocks were sort of keeping each other in sync. So these two are opposite now. But it looks like these two are perfectly in sync. So we're going to try to change this one. There we go. So that's 3 down. Now this one's opposite again, so when this comes on, we'll turn it off. One more time. There we go, that's a relatively, we'll try one more time when it goes off. There we go. These are kind of synced up. These two again, so when this goes off, turn it on now. These two are pretty much the same. These two are more or less opposite now. We're getting closer. It's going on, just not long enough to open the door. So which one's the worst? Which one's stopping it? Let's see. When they're all off, which one comes back on first? I think it might be this one here. Let's try syncing this one up a little better. No, now it's completely opposite. Now I've screwed everything up. And now, that's better. So there's one over here that was a little bit off. See, these three are perfect. These ones are these ones are opposite now. Whew. Okay. It's not quite completely opposite. There we go. We were close. It was definitely close. Because the light was blinking. There we go. Now it's done. Let me through. Let me through. There we go. Level 14. 10 redstone dust. Okay. What we need to do is let's power this one first. And then we need to power this one. Okay, so these alternate. There we go. There we go. That was pretty doable. And now, just to prove my point here, I got 2 redstone dust, and that's going to clear our inventory. Holy moly. Okay. Looks like this is a tape. So we need to figure out how this tape goes around. And I'm going to bet it's with 1 tick pulses. Maybe not. Unless there's another way to do it that I don't know of. Do this. Torch. Torch. Redstone. Redstone. But that won't go through the repeaters. The dirt is useful. Let's try powering this just with repeaters. And that does nothing. We got to extend this first. So we do need a pulse to go through here. There we go. We got 1 piston extended. 2 pistons extended. So now these need to retract. Now this one needs to extend, which is powered by this piston extending. So we need to switch this. There we go. Somehow that worked. And now go back over here and power this. And now that's extended. Depower. Get these to trade. I think it's gonna have the inclination to go to the right side. I think that's just how it works. And I think we just got to do this one more time. Trade off that. Collect the torch. I'm probably doing this like the hard way, but it works. One more, I think. So we will power here. Oh, trade this off. Power here. Oh, we need to get this guy back in the middle. There we go. There we go. Send the pulse right through. Ooh, levers. Looks like we got bud switches again. What I'll do is we'll bud these, I guess. Think how this works is the pulse will end. Yeah. So there's certain ones we want to switch and certain ones we don't. By the looks of it. I can't see anything underneath. Oh, yeah, so there is. So we don't want this one to extend, and we don't want this one to extend. So in order to prevent that from happening, this pulse... Oh, okay. Okay, I may have I may have screwed up, but I can fix it. Let's reset this. Okay, so how this is going to work is by pushing these blocks, that's what's going to update these pistons. So first we want this one to extend, but not this one. So what we need to do is power this one, and then send a pulse through that piston. Oh, right. We also need to tell this one to extend. So we'll do that. And that will have extended both these pistons. Now, in order to get this one to retract, now it's unpowered. And we want this one to extend too. So we're going to do the same thing. And these two, crap, no. Now if we unpower this, we got to keep this powered, I think. No, crap. Oh, you know, I did it wrong. I did it wrong. I have to go from this side to this side. So let's put that there, and that there. Now, collect all these. Put this here. Power this. That'll keep this one retracted. That'll keep this one extended, rather. And then when I update the far one, that will retract this piston, because we don't want that extended. So now this one is still extended, which we want, and this one isn't. So I'll go back and do what I did the first time and power the far one. Oh crap, I thought that would have worked. Why? Oh, right. Okay. Crap. I had to do this one too. Did I? Okay, now I'm back where I started. So, power this one. We want this one extended. So what I'll do is I'll power this one, and that will bud this. That will keep this one powered. So by pushing this block, this is unpowered, and that will extend. So I'm going to power this middle one. I keep forgetting. I'm short a lever. There it is. Okay. I have to do those, and now by putting this here, now I'm warm. We got all the ones. We just need to get this one off. So that'll go there. That'll go there. Now this is going to do something I don't want it to do. And extend this piston. In order to remedy that, I work my way back across, I think. I could be going in a complete circle here. Like so. Make sure... Oh, see, that one came back. I didn't want to do that. I have to remove this lever first. This is quite tricky, actually. Now I remove this. I think this is what I've been doing wrong, if I've done anything wrong. We depower this, and we got to get a pulse to this piston. We need this piston to bud, to update, but not this one. Crap, that's not going to happen, is it? Because I'm going to send a pulse through, and these two will retract, causing these two to update. So this is the only one that's causing me problems right now. I need this one to retract, but not this one. And as soon as I send a pulse through, I'm back to square one. Power this one, and then send a pulse to the far one. It's not going to do crap. What happens if I extend that one? Bad things. bad things, right? Yeah. So that one's done. Now we need this one to retract. So it's unpowered. So we'll update this piston, this middle one, while at the same time, there's no way to do this, keeping this powered. Let's try that. Nope. That didn't do what I wanted it to do at all. Jesus. Gotta find a way to update this piston. And, okay, so we're just dealing with these two now. They have to alternate, though. If I keep this depowered, this one powered, I think it might be close. This one's retracted and this is still extended. That's good. So this one's not going anywhere as long as I don't power this piston. But that's the first piston. So I have to power this piston. As soon as I press this. Oh, right. That's not going to power it. Duh. Okay, so now if I send a pulse through this one, power this one, this will retract. And I want that to happen. And I want this one to extend. Let's try this. Now I have one, I got the same one powered that I don't want powered. Power that, update it. Okay. I gotta get a pulse. I did this one already. Now, power here, right? Power there, update the far one. Aha!